And the only way that we can try to eliminate this is to accept it. And I would want to tell that person there, the thought that you resist persists. So if you keep on resisting, it will keep on persisting.
True.
And when now we come to the management of this anxiety, we'll just sample a few. And the few, some of them, will also take us to the techniques. And one of the management of this is to make yourself comfortable. You relax. And once you relax, and I want us to do that, because if, for instance, you are anxiously waiting to hear the phone calling, probably your mind is already there.
Yeah.
And because I don't want us to resist that so that it can persist, there are some things that we normally do. The first one is deep breathing. Deep breathing. And as you are breathing, you breathe through the nose. And then you breathe out through the mouth. That one makes our muscles relax, because anxiety is also causes our muscles to be tense. And therefore, when you breathe in and you hold your breath, sometimes we tell somebody you can count 4 to 5. Then you breathe out. And sometimes we even find people doing that. You encounter something and then you say, what does that mean? Inaisha. And life continues. And can we try that one?
Yes, let's try.
You breathe in, then you hold for some time, and then you breathe out through the mouth, and you try to count 5. So we go.
Actually feels very nice.
And as you are breathing in, you try to feel your body. Feel how the heart is beating. You can even try to feel the smell of the atmosphere where we are. You relieve it, and as you are relieving it, try to feel how are the muscles going. Are they being tense? Are they relaxing? And they're like, can we try again?
Yes.
Want to go? Something that I did not mention, you close your eyes.
When you try and focus. Okay.
Yes. So that even as you are doing that, you are trying to feel. You are now trying to get rid of this. You are getting rid of that tension. You are trying to get rid of this anxiety. So you close your eyes, and you even close your eyes as you are breathing out. So we go again.
Yes, let's do it.
One to go. One to go.
Yes.
Great. And you feel your muscles have relaxed. The other one is exercise. Exercise is not only helping you physically, it is also helping you mentally. You are making your body active.
Yeah, so I think for me, that is the one thing that has actually worked. I tell people I work out for my mental health. Not so much, fitness comes second and looking good, but I feel for me, working out is for my mental health. Because every time I'm nervous, I am anxious, every time I get to start feeling those feelings, nitoke tu nje nikimbie 20 minutes, I come back to the house a totally different person. Feeling very good, feeling very happy, feeling having left me completely. So I do agree with working out. Great. Exercise is good.
Good.
Yeah.
So it does not only help physically, it will also help mentally. The other one is diet. What type of food are we eating? Sometimes we rush to these junk foods, comfort food, because they are on the supermarket, on the shelves. Go pick, take. We also need to check on our diet.
I actually saw a statement somewhere on social media, somebody saying that they did not know their anxiety was being caused by sugar. actually they just said sugar, and I was like, what? Anxiety na sukari zinaingililia na wapi? So now it makes sense.
Great.
That whatever you're consuming could be the reason for your anxiety.
Very good.
That's interesting.
And in that case, we normally advise people to avoid what we call CATs. C-A-T-S.
What does that mean?
CATs ni caffeine. It triggers.
Okay.
A stands for alcohol. T stands for tobacco. And S stands for sugar.
So she was right.
Very right.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense now.
So they trigger because that energy, take it somewhere else. The junk food, take that energy to something else. Do not just stay with it, bringing all this anxiety, all this nervousness and the like. So avoid CATs.
Okay, caffeine, alcohol, tobacco, and sugar.
They trigger.
Okay.
Then the other thing that you can do to manage this, what we are doing is very, very rich, very good. Look for somebody. Let us talk. We normally say a problem shared is a problem half solved.
Yeah.
So you tell me your issues, and then I will also tell you this and this is also happening to me.
Yeah.
And then you find, so even my triggers were not as elephant as I thought.
That's true.
There is somebody else with this kind of triggers.
Yes.
So when you talk with friends, and especially your close friends, it will help you also ease the tension, the worry, the anxiety. Then there is also something else that we can do, and we call it the 3-3-3 rule.
3-3 rule. 3-3-3 rule. Yeah.
And it is also a kind of a technique.
Okay.
And we are going to
do
it. Number one, with the 3, Judy, I would want you to look around and mention to me 3 things that you can see around.
I can see flowers. I can see a painting. I can see a big TV behind there.
Right. Those are 3 things that you see. Then, what are 3 things that you can hear? 3 sounds, whether here or out there.
Okay. In this very moment, I can hear the sound of the lighting in the room. Of course, our conversation, that's also a sound, yes. And a piki passing outside there.
Those are 2.
Oh. Okay, so the machines operating in the room, sounds of people talking outside there, and us talking. Is that a sound? Our conversation?
Great. Then the other 3, I would want you to move 3 parts of your body. Any 3 parts of your body.
And
the feet.
Hands. And
Great. So Judy, when you are doing that, were you still in that state of nervousness?
No, my attention had totally shifted. I was moving.
So we wanted your attention to be diverted, to go to some. So when you are looking around, you are trying to identify those 3 things. So when I told you to look around, I was observing you to see exactly what you can see. So you shifted, you saw the flowers behind me. You could not see me, and I'm seated just next to you. So with the anxiety, we do not look at the things that we have on the table at that particular time. We go looking for those that are out there. So you saw the TV on the other side. You could not see this seat. The one that you are sitting on, the one I'm sitting on. So this, why did I bring this rule? Because when you are thinking of the 3 things that you can see, you have drifted your mind from what is causing this anxiety. The 3 sounds, your mind, you have taken it from your state now. You have now started listening, and you even went far out and you heard the piki, you heard the voice of people out there, and then the parts of your body, you are happy, you have those things that you can move, and that is good. So when you feel like you are drifting into this anxiety when the phone is ringing, you need to first of all do that. In your case, Judy, the telephone phobia, there are things that you can do. There is that one of breathing. It is ringing on that side. Will I rush and pick it? I'll first of all sit, breathe deep, breathe out. I relax, and then I go and take my phone, waiting for anything, be it positive or negative. Number 2, when you receive that phone, the person on the other side, you can tell the person to repeat what he or she has said. As the person is repeating, you are trying to calm down. Your expectations, probably you went to receive that with another mind, with another view, with another expectation. And now the person has given you a different version of what you had. So you can tell the person to repeat
themselves. Okay.
Yeah. The other thing that you can do, have a notebook and a pen. Jot down. If, for instance, you want to make that call, first of all, practice, write down. What would I want to tell the person on the other end? And you write down. By then, you already have something to say. On top of that, you can also practice taking or receiving calls. Or even, you might even say, I am just going to call my immediate friend, and I'll just say, hi, I just wanted to say hello, and that's done. That friend of yours probably might call later. You just said hi, and then you say hi. Yeah, that is all what I wanted. And with that, you are trying to relieve, you are trying to get rid of that anxiety. Now, why have I brought that? Because there is what we call systematic desensitization. With systematic desensitization, it goes hand in hand with another one we refer to as exposure therapy. That if that is the one that is causing you anxiety, virtually or even in real sense, I will take you to a safe place, take you through the process, help you receive that phone, virtually or in real sense. And when I'm doing that, I am taking you bit by bit so that by the time the phone rings and you receive it, you have already gotten that. It is a phobia. Take for instance, I drift a bit. Say for instance, I have a phobia with spiders. And tunajua kuna hizi black, and we fear them. Now, before I encounter it, there is that panic attack. I feel like my heart has skipped a bit. This is the spider. How am I going to do to work with this spider? When you encounter such a scenario, there are 3 F's that we normally have. The first F is either to fight. I fight that spider. The other F is flight. I either run away from that spider, and I don't know whether you run away from the phone when it rings. The other F is freeze. Am I going to freeze here because the spider is there? So to bring myself or to take that person to that exposure therapy, I will just come with that person. I'll just tell the person, just imagine the spider is there. I take you through slowly by slowly. I might even be having a plastic spider, and then I'll just tell you to close your eyes. I tell you to bring your hand, and I press that spider on your hand. That is after trying to take you through that systematic desensitization, so that by the time you open your eyes and you see the spider, you are not going to scream all over. You have already been taken through that process. So in our case here, we also need to try to practice that. And Judy, another thing that we do or we can do to get rid of this anxiety is where we try to get rid of that which is bringing us this anxiety. The mindful awareness, or letting it go, taking it away, letting it go. And in this case, Judy, there is also another exercise I would want you to carry out. You just close your eyes, just as we had done. We breathe in, and as we do that, we imagine that we have a container. And in that container, we put all the issues that are causing this anxiety, we put them in this container. All of them. You put them in that container.
Yeah.
Then you cover that container and you keep it aside. You can even place it on the shelf. Remove it from the passage. Then, so you have already taken all the issues in that container. Now your mind is now blank. You don't have any other issue. Then in that mind, that blank space, you now try to fill it with good things. Those that are, those that you think you can need at that particular moment. Say for instance, you'd want to go for shopping. You take yourself in that supermarket, try to pick all the things that you'd want from that supermarket, put it in your mind, put it in that now basket because it is already in the mind. Or you can imagine you have friends and you have decided to go for a cup of coffee and you are seated with them comfortably, they are chatting. Can you try to go to do that?
Let's try it. Let's try it.
So we close our eyes, we breathe in deeply, and you release it through the mouth with your eyes crossed, Judy. Don't be tempted to open. Then assume you have that basket. I've placed it on your hands. The basket is there. Have all those issues, all those telephonophobia issues, all those other triggers, the job, the money, all of them. Fill them in that basket. Put them in that basket. Is the basket full? Cover the basket with a lid. Keep it aside. Have we done that?
Yes.
Great. Open your eyes now. Now we are in the supermarket. Feel those good things from the supermarket. Those that you'd wish to have. You can also put me there because I'm here chatting with you. Probably, although we are not enjoying a cup of coffee, but assuming, just feel them. So that is another technique that you can try to practice even when the phone is ringing. And just as I said, I told you, you audience, you person, if you resist these thoughts, they will persist. Let us always try to get rid of this anxiety. You said there is something that you said that it is not treatable. Once you identify your triggers, you'll be able to know this is the one that triggers me. And following the exposure therapy, following the systematic desensitization, I am able to get rid of this trigger. Let us not always run to the doctor to look for medicine, to look for those tablets. There are those things that we can do without the medicine. There are those things that we can just talk and we are good. We are done. Loss of our loved ones is also another trigger. If you go to the doctor to prescribe the antidepressants and the like, what other effect will they have? Then you are actually making yourself a slave of this because you'll never survive without them. And we also say if it goes beyond, we actually tell you now you can see a doctor. But before you see the pharmacist, ask yourself, am I able to get rid of these triggers? Am I able to get hold of these triggers? Am I being so negative about the things that are causing this anxiety? If I don't have the job, will I just sit here waiting for somebody to give me money? I have my both hands. Let me go out there. Let me work. It is not a must that I must be having that white collar job. They are not there. These days, the government has even come up with so many colleges, the CBC, where our hands are on the move now. There are so many things that we can do outside there. So let us not just sit here waiting for somebody to give us the handouts. There are so many other things. Keep yourself busy.
Go
Keep
out and look for
yourself
something.
busy. Good. That is also the other point I wanted to say. To get rid of this, take a walk, take a ride, enjoy the nature, see the beautiful scenes, what God has created, what God has given us. When you go out there, you'll see birds, you'll see the vegetation, and that one will actually give you a different view of that which was causing you that worry. That feeling will definitely go. That feeling of the heart is beating hard, it will go because you have already started enjoying the nature. Enjoy that aromatherapy, the smell of flowers, the smell of the green vegetation, the smell of dust, the smell of everything. It gives you, it makes you get rid of that. So as you take a walk, you are actually enjoying the nature and you are actually getting rid of this nervousness. Great. Before you even talk, there is also another one that I want to give. I call it the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. It is similar to the 3, 3, 3, but this we have other two that we have added. So Judy, as we are trying to get rid of this anxiety, you client on the other side, as you try to breathe in, as you try to breathe out, as you try to relax the muscles, you can also try to figure out how your body is behaving, how the muscles are relaxing. And I want us to do this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. And it is actually also going to assist us in getting rid of this. With the 5, as you breathe in and as you breathe out, you are also meditating. That is a point I had forgotten. You are also trying to meditate, and it is also assisting. So with the 5, Judy, I would also want you to look around, and you mentioned 5 things that you can see.
So is that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can see some fake fruits.
Great.
I can see a lampshade.
Great.
Okay, now I can see the chair. I can see the lighting and the microphone.
Great. Those are the things that you can see. Now, as you're trying to bring them, you had drifted already. You had already gotten out of the anxiety, that feeling of worriness, and you are now concentrating on what can I see? What can I see? Great. So after seeing that, I want you to touch and give me 4 feelings of what you can touch around. Touch.
Okay, so this is soft. These are also very soft and spongy. The carpet is very soft and fluffy, very fluffy.
Great.
And then my pants, they are what? Elastic? Are those 4 things?
Great. So as you touch, you feel the different textures. And then 3 things that you can smell.
I can smell myself. I feel like the room has a smell of like machines, because you have machines in the room. And then I can smell some dust.
Great. I will not tell you about the hearing, because you had mentioned the sound. And what about taste?
One thing that I can taste. My own breath.
Testing. So even if it is not there, you can assume the taste of coffee. The coffee that you have
you
taken.
can assume a taste. It doesn't have to be that you're actually tasting something.
Yeah, and so when you are doing all this, Judy, you are actually drifting from that worriness, that anxiety.
That's true.
Finally, music is therapeutic. Soft music. When you're just seated, and by the way, I want to say, when you feel that you are just idle and you're not doing anything, you are actually doing a lot. So even when you are just seated, having your time, and by the way, you also need to have the me time. The me time. You are doing a lot. You can listen to that soft music. Judy, you might even decide to go for manicure, pedicure,
A facial. I love
facials, massage, sauna, name them. Hot bath, name them. They help in getting rid of this feeling. To conclude, we always need to avoid negativity. Let us always avoid thinking about the negative things in the current situation, and we bring positivity in the current situation. We try to live here and now. Thank you, Judy, for that.
Those are very good closing remarks.
Great.
I have learned a lot. This was a very good session. I am so glad I reached out, because I feel if whatever I'm feeling now is what everybody else out there is feeling, everybody who had reached out with a comment saying they're very anxious, they need help, I feel like you've given us some sort of a solution.
Right.
Like I feel so good. So please, I hope pia nyinyi mnasikia kile mimi nasikia. Thank you so much, Counselor Eunice. Or to add, this has been a beautiful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Until
Judy.
next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Halo, kutoka Mwambao, Mombasani. Hapa si Mombasa. Huko ni Anyway, wadau, it is with great pleasure that we announce two things. One has already happened, another one is going to happen. What has already happened ni kwamba Manchester walipigwa. Walifungwa 5 kama ofisi ya serikali. Okay, no. I stop.
Thank you so much for watching. Kindly remember to subscribe, leave a comment, like, and share. Meet you next time in a new video. Bye.